Hello everyone and welcome back to Paper Peony. So here is my final sample of cards using the Be My Valentine, and it's so much fun. It's using various punches and a stamp, the stamp set. Be My Valentine is found in the mini catalog, the spring mini catalog, and my Stampin' Up website is down below. You can click on it, go to catalogs, and see this catalog. This is one of many very cute detailed stamps that's in that mini catalog. But here is the stamp set. The punch that goes with it is this one here, and we're going to be using this punch on this particular card for the hearts. But the big heart is actually it punches out the wing, and the little one punches out the antenna for the bee. So when you purchase this together, you get 10% off. So I highly recommend that route if you're wanting to use both. The other things I'm going to be using today is this punch here that's found in the annual catalog. This is going to create our channel for our spinner card. And then I'm using the curved dies, the basic borders dies actually. And this comes with 6. I'm missing my cloud one, which cuts this border, which is awesome. But we're using this circle die because I've created a template to create these like border grooves on the hive to give it more detail. And as you can see on this one, it's just a little bit bolder. So we're going to play with that and use that for that. You can use the rounded side, or you can use the actual die cut side. See how that works? You just cut it separate, you separate it, and then you can use either one. So we're going to do that on the hive to give it more detail. So, oh, and the other thing I was going to point out is celebration. Now through the end of February, if you purchase $50 or more, you get to choose an item for free in this book. And it's in $50 increments. So you can, there's ones that are available only if you purchase $100, and there's some that are available if you purchase $50. So feel free to do that. If there's a lot of things that you have on your wish list, now's the time to purchase that because you get freebies on top of purchasing what you really want. So highly recommend celebration. Okay, so let's get started. So the class that I did before this one, or the tutorial I showed you before, was using the punch, just the arm of the punch. Well, this one's actually using the channel. And so these are both different in various ways. This one is a smaller spinner, and I like the fact it's smaller because, as you can see, it's not grabbing to the hive. This was the first one that I did, and it doesn't spin as much because it's a bigger circle, but it also sometimes catches on this hive, and you have to untuck it. See, like that right there? You have to untuck it. So the only thing I suggest is if you're going to do a bigger one, it's totally fine, but you want to lower your hive a little bit so it doesn't catch on the top of the hive, okay? So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do, let's go ahead and do our mechanism. Okay, so I have got, what I did is I made a template with the punch. I actually punched it out using wax paper. I didn't use anything for a template. But what I did is I went in and I punched it, and I wanted it to be in an arch. And this is not big enough to make a channel, or as big as I wanted. So I actually doubled up on it. I went one to the right, I punched it to the left, and then I went in and punched it a little bit more. So now I have a template, and what you can do, this is my top piece. If you want, wherever you want your channel to be, and you have to keep in mind that it only goes so far in the punch. So you want it to be kind of low down on the bottom. You want to make it look like a full arch, and then I suggest like taping it there, or using some kind of adhesive to tape it so that way it doesn't move on you. And let me see, I've got some tape right here. Any kind of tape will work. Washi tape, tear and tape, any little thing. You just want it to where it's going to stay in place for when you run it into the punch. And then you're going to come in and you're going to put your punch like so through here. You're going to start at the far left. use that wax paper as your guide and just come in and go and see you got that. And then when you take this off, you have your channel created. Okay, so then after that, and you want to make sure, see how the little phrase are right there? You want to make sure this is going to be a smooth channel. So without making it real big and cutting it too wide, because you want your penny to travel through it, you just want to take that edging off right there. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to collage and stamp this in the background, getting it ready for our mechanism. So let me bring in, I'm going to move this forward for just a second. Okay, and I'm bringing in my glass mat. Okay, and then I took the heart out of the B set, and I'm going to stamp it in Pool Party. This cardstock is Pool Party, so I just did tone on tone. And you're just going to collage the background with hearts. And you want to go over the channel. You just want it to be, you don't want all the hearts to be perfect. You just kind of want them, some going off the page, some going on the page. You just want it to be kind of like that right there. Okay, and you might want to just come up here and do like a little bit off the edge up there, and then it kind of made that one off balance. There we go, and put some down there. There you go. So there is the top part, and then I already have this scored. It's 4 1/4 by 11. It's scored at 5 1/2, and we're just going to get this on a nice fold. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're going to put this where it goes, or where it's gonna go, okay? And I used a pencil and just kind of drew in my channel, okay? Just kind of vaguely. And then you're gonna take, in this stamp set, there is like a little squiggly where the bee travels. And you're going to stamp that through that channel, because then that way, when your bee is riding along the channel, you're going to see it. And what you're going to do is you're just going to stamp in that channel that you made, and that way you see it. Then after you do that, then you can come in and erase that pencil mark that you made. Sorry for the shaking. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be covered. And there you have your channel. All right, and then while we're at it, we might as well go ahead and stamp our saying across our hive too and get all our stamping out of the way. And I'm just using black StazOn, and this is You Make My Heart Buzz stamped across the front of your hive. And because I got blue on that one, I'm using the back side. I'll use the back side. Okay. And then just set your hive to the side for now. Okay, so now we're ready now to start building up our card. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pop dot all of this. And the reason why you're going to put this on dimensions is because you've got to create a channel in order for your bee to travel. Okay, if it was flat, it wouldn't travel as well because it would stick to the cardstock. So, because there's no depth there. So you've got to create a depth. So what we're going to do is we're going to use dimensions. And you're going to just pop dot this whole entire sequence of cards of paper. This is just designer series paper used in the suite. And this suite can be found in the mini catalog on pages 8 through 10. And if you go to my Stampin' Up website, linked down below, then you can see all these products that I'm using and purchase them and have them shipped directly to you. Okay, so we're going to go in here, and I'm just going to do this bottom part first. And you're just going to go to the bottom of the card. I'm holding this up so I can actually see, because this blue kind of blends in with my mat. Okay, and then you're going to do the same to the channel. Now keep in mind, it's okay to, you know, put pop dots right up to this channel. You just don't want it to affect where the penny is going to travel. Okay, and if you wanted, you could also put your penny, and this is going to require 2 pennies. What you can do is you can put a penny right here centered, and you'll know where it needs to travel, not to have a pop dot there. Okay. And I usually, with something like this, I usually go overboard on my pop dots because I want everything to be just perfect. Okay, so we're ready to get this ready. To pop dot. Once I get all of these little bottoms off of my adhesive. Okay. Let's move all that. Okay. Okay, so we bring our card in, and we're going to put this down over the top part of our card. Like so. Okay. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take your penny, one of your pennies, and you're going to center it in the channel. Then you're going to use, because your channel is not that big, you're going to use, I used a small dimension on one and then a big one on the other, depending on how big. You're going to put a pop dot right there. Okay. And then on this one, I just glued. You can use a glue dot or like glue or whatever if you want to glue this down centered on your piece that you're putting. So like on this little piece right here, this is like a 1-inch circle punched in the pool party. Then I took another penny and just glued it onto the back of this. Now you're going to want to use a strong adhesive because obviously it's going to be spinning and everything. So you're going to want to use like a glue dot or some Tombow, just really something strong. You're going to take your pop dot off or your adhesive off, and you're going to center this on there like that. And as you can see, it's going to go along the channel, okay? And it's just going to take a little bit to work, and then after it goes up and down several times, and it's gonna work out perfectly for you, okay? It just takes some greasing. Okay, so after you get that done, I went ahead and cut out a bee out of the Designer Series paper. And I'm just going to glue him on top of that circle there. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to build our hive. And we're going to punch some hearts out. Okay, you can always use a lint roller to get these little papers off of your workspace, so keep that in mind. Okay, so now I'm just going to take crushed curry ink and a blender brush, okay, and I am going to just go in a circular form into my ink pad, and then I'm just going to come across here. And along this hive, I'm just going to put this here, and I'm just going to go across it just like that. And when I lift it, it's going to be a faint little line there that looks just like a hive. And the more you go over it, the more defined it's going to be. Whoops. Making sure not to move on you. Okay, and so you can kind of see there's some line definement there. And if you wanted more definement, you could just keep going over it until it's at the strength you're liking it. See, I went in and did that a lot darker. So we can go in here and do a lot darker. Go down here and do another dark one. Like so. And then one last one. Okay. And see, now you can really see the definement. Okay. Okay, so now this is just ready to adhere on here, and I would just glue it flat because you want your attention to go to your spinning bee. So you're just going to use some really strong adhesive because whoever's getting this card is definitely going to be spinning it all the time. So you definitely want it to be where it is comfortable and glued appropriately. Okay, and then this is Sweet Sorbet, and I'm taking that bee punch, and I'm just going to punch these two top parts out. Okay, and we're going to use one for the door of the hive. We're going to put one right here, and because we have some space at that top, I'm just going to punch some more hearts out. Why not? Make it look all cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue down all of these. Now, this heart, the door, I actually pop dotted it up just to kind of give it a raised look since my hive is flat. Like so. Okay, and then, and if you wanted, you could pop dot the one at the top too. And I don't think I pop dotted the ones on my originals, but we'll just do that on this one. Pop dot that. And then we're just going to glue these little hearts just throughout the card. Sometimes my glue will dry up because the lid's been off of it for a while. And then I have to use a needle to make it work again. There we go. There's that one. And then let's do another one. Why not? Let's put this one right here. Okay, and then there you have it. And see, the bee is just traveling away and doing, it's a cute little thing. And I like this bee here because it's going left to right, so it doesn't look odd that it's traveling to the left. So I like the bee that's straightforward. So, but really cute, and whoever gets this is going to love it. So that's how I did my spinner card. Now, if you wanted, you could also do, like I did Dazzling Diamonds, or not Dazzling Diamonds, I did a Wink of Stella. Dazzling Diamonds happens to be our old glitter. And you can go in here and just put some on here to make it all bling. And you can go up here and make this one all bling. And you can even put some on the bee's wings to make it shine a little bit. And there you have it. There's your spinner card. It comes together pretty quick. But there it is. Isn't it cute? I hope you give this a try. I know it's kind of intimidating to look at sometimes, but it's actually pretty simple to do. And so there's that. And the next video, I'm going to show you how to put together the pillow box. And then I'm going to be moving on to another suite or another bundle. I hope you enjoy this. Please go on my website and look at the catalogs and shop. And if you have any questions, just reach out to me. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.